It's becoming really, really, really strong. Like people are being cancelled. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to Samir's Journey. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the Zambian cancel culture. Because these past few weeks and months, we've been seeing people on social media getting cancelled, from political figures to musicians, celebrities, and all that stuff being cancelled online. And it's been happening a lot. So let me just go into the origin, but this might not be the origin, but I'm gonna study it somewhere, right? I don't know what the origin was. But the past couple of years, people got frustrated with the state of the economy, how they're being treated by people. There was a time when, foreigners were treated as kings and the locals were treated like garbage. People were not happy about it, and the government wasn't doing anything about it. The government that was in power at the time, the time they would say, if you're not part of this government, you will suffer and all that stuff, and people are getting tired of it. The police brutality, people being beaten by the police, students especially, from university students, were the ones who were beaten the most. There was just so much chaos. And also we could see the people stealing money through corruption, showing it off online and mocking people who don't have money and all that stuff. There's just so much chaos going on, so much chaos. Then we also began to see political figures or celebrities apologizing for saying the right thing. Like there was this guy. Yeah, so this guy apologized for saying what was right. He apologized because he was going to be attacked or imprisoned for something. People are just disappearing off the streets for saying what they thought online. People, they were being threatened by political figures, including government officials. They were threatening people. So there was one government official called the Disgruntled Youths. Then afterwards, a group popped up on Facebook called Disgruntled Youths of Zambia, something like that. Yeah, I actually even joined the group for some time, then I left after some time. Yeah, so people used to post their concerns and everything, and people wanted to protest how the government was acting. I remember they actually played hide and seek with the police. They were going to organize the protest, but the police said you need a permit and they're not going to allow it. And they're not going to give the permit either. So, they had to do it their own way. So while the police were patrolling the streets on the day of the protest, on the day there was supposed to be the protest in the city, the police were patrolling the streets, and these guys were in riot gear, ready to beat whoever's going to be with a placard or trying to protest or make some noise disturbing the city. And these guys, what they do, they go somewhere like some rural part of the city just to do the protest there, and they just did it online. Because by then it was the COVID time, the restrictions and everything, no gathering. So these guys went deep in the rural area to do their protests, and yeah, they did it online. I guess the government didn't see that coming. So then again, just before the elections, pre-election day, or the weeks before, months before, political parties were suppressed. The opposition parties were suppressed. It's that thing where they would like to go to a different city to do their campaigns and everything, but no, they're being blocked. They need permits to go into cities and doing all these kind of things. They needed permits, and the police weren't going to allow any of the opposition parties to campaign in these areas. So they were stuck, and we got to see members of the ruling party or the campaigners or whatever attacking civilians and all that stuff. It just went just crazy. It's like the government was being controlled or run by a gang. I'll just say, the government was being controlled by a gang. So there's a lot of chaos and confusion going around everywhere. Like if you put on a color that's like maybe the symbol of a different party, you get attacked, beaten, insulted, whatever. That's crazy. The streets were going mad, and people didn't like it. So then there are also some artists, a group of artists and musicians and record labels that began to pump out songs for the ruling party, making songs, campaign songs for them, music videos, going for rallies with them and performing and all that stuff. While most of the people were being suppressed, depressed, and they're just all tired, just want some change. People wanted change. They were tired of what was going on. And this is one of the things that also led to the same cancel culture. People are getting tired of these artists, them singing for the ruling party. But then, they said it was business. It was business. Yeah, but just think about it. What if the guys are like, each of you makes a song, gets 500,000 kwacha? You know, it's like clean money, right? 500,000 kwacha, 1,000,000 kwacha just to make this song, blah, blah. That's a lot of money. You would have to think about it. You have to think about it. But the people didn't like it. We didn't like it, you know? We thought we were sold out. You know, like they sold us out, these people, for the money. But, you know, it's money. It's just... Then after elections, you know, the ruling party at the time thought they would actually get this election. They thought they would actually win. They were so comfortable that they thought the election was theirs. But then, that's not what happened. They lost. 1.2 million people voted against the ruling party at the time. 1.2. And these are what they call the disciplinary committee. These are the guys who are dishing out the cancelling of these artists and everything. We've seen all these artists being cancelled. Let me put some of them on the screen. All these have been cancelled, you know. But then they've even come out with songs where they try to apologize or try to calm down the situation and everything, but it hasn't worked. We've seen some celebrities saying their channels or pages were disabled or deleted or deactivated. I don't know how true that is. And we've seen some who say, like, I don't care, you know, I don't care. And recently, and one of the reasons that I made this video is because of something that happened last week or about 2 weeks ago. So there's this competition that was happening. I forgot its name, but this competition. Yeah, so this competition that was happening, and some artists were chosen to represent Zambia. An artist, in fact, was chosen to represent Africa. But this guy was one of the artists who was part of the group that sang for the former ruling party. And people didn't like it. They were like, no way, we're not going to vote for you. But by then I didn't know what was happening. So one day I go onto Twitter. I'm scrolling through and I go on the trending page. And I see Casper Nyovest, the South African artist, trending in Zambia. Like, why is this guy trending? So I go through his page and I see some posts, some screenshots from Facebook or some posts from Facebook. So then I go to Facebook and check it out. So that's when I got to know about the competition, and the Zambian people, or most of them, had chosen to vote for Casper Nyovest because they say he's the best Zambian artist that was there. I'll put the comments. You can just check the comments now. You can check the comments on his Facebook. So they chose to vote for Casper Nyovest as compared to voting for their own local artist, this guy, you know. And no, that's pressure, you know. And every day, like, these Zambian guys, they were trolling this guy. This guy actually gave up. He gave up. It's like, that I'm not going to take part in this competition. If my own Zambian people won't vote for me, there's no point of me in taking part in this competition. He withdrew his nomination. I don't know if that was successful. Yeah, they made this guy like, wow, they made him crumble. Yeah, so that's what's been happening. And one reason this guy was attacked, also I remember him saying something, I just saw a post, I don't know how true it is, but where he said fans don't put food on the table and all that stuff. So it touched a lot of people. Many people got heartbroken and touched by his words. So they had to act revenge, you know, like he hurt their feelings. So they just returned the favor. Yeah. So far, this is what I've got the drama about the Zambia cancel culture. It's becoming really, really, really strong. Like people are being cancelled, especially those who are part of the ruling party or supported them and all that stuff. But then I think Zambian people are good people. These guys are going to be forgiven. But first they need to be disciplined. Then they'll get forgiven. Anyway guys, that's all for this video. Remember to like, share, subscribe. And I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.